But you know
Well,
what? This actually is a great transition to the first topic we have for today. Joy in motherhood. What a trip. Okay. So there's this new survey that was more than 5,000 moms from the Peanut app. I don't know if you've ever used it before, but it basically helps women navigate fertility, pregnancy, motherhood, menopause, all the things that we experience. And they found that 84% of mothers don't think that parenting is actually portrayed accurately in the content that they consume.
hmm,
91% of moms said that they feel more joy and fulfillment than they anticipated, and 81% feel that there should be more emphasis on the positive aspects of parenthood. And this survey is part of this like broader campaign that's trying to shift the narrative about the realities of parenthood and suggesting that it's more nuanced than our algorithms serve us, like the
yeah.
content that they're serving us. They have a video that begins with multiple ways to describe motherhood. They say it's amazing, hard, challenging, beautiful, and complicated. And then they get into this stream of headlines from different outlets reporting on the stress that parents
Yeah.
experience. One headline said how millennials are learning to dread motherhood. And I think the takeaway here is that parenthood needs a reputation manager. And I thought that we should share a few of the surprising joys that we've felt being a mom, which is probably a good exercise for us today
Yeah.
after feeling like it's so hard.
I totally agree that this needs like an overhaul in terms of like the content that is out there. You read all these like horrible articles or you read about all the stresses and then you feel that. But there is so much joy in it as well, like in these little moments. Like Kaya, for example, is starting to say so many words. Like she's
Mhm.
saying ice and now she's saying book and she wants me to read her the book like over and over and over again. And she's learning to kick the ball outside. And so my one of my favorite days that I've had with her in a very long time, like all my days I love with her, but like I had this day when Jason's mom was here where I was like outside with her, chasing her around and kicking the ball and teaching her how to throw the ball to Finley and throwing leaves with her because all the leaves are starting to fall from the trees. And what a cool moment,
Mhm.
right? Like what a neat thing to experience and then to have like her she's getting really cuddly all of a sudden and like last night she like gave me a kiss on the cheek and she
Oh,
keeps coming up to me and Jason and like hugging our knees because for a little bit there like she wasn't very cuddly and now she's really starting to embrace that side of her and it's like my favorite freaking thing on the planet
mhm.
and it's like in those moments you're like wow I'm raising a tiny human and she's experiencing the world for the first time. Like it's so thrilling for her to throw a ball for a dog and then she kind of like squeals
Yeah.
because it's so fun for her to like see the doggy go and get the ball.
Mhm.
And it's like in those moments that I feel like extremely, extremely blessed that I get to do this. And even Emma, she's starting to coo and she smiles and yeah. What
Yeah,
about you?
it is like getting to do childhood all over again.
Mm,
And we become so jaded. This world is really hard. It'll harden you.
yeah.
And there's something about having a kid that changes everything. Your priorities shift in the most beautiful way. You have a more perspective on what's actually important and what is deserving of your time. And like you said, you see the magic that these kids experience on the daily when they see a plane in the sky and they get
Mhm.
so excited. Or like bubbles, the joy that they feel over bubbles.
Oh,
No, it's
so
like
true.
it's this beautiful reminder that the small things really are what make you happy and it's
Yes.
not the stuff. And yes, it's that feeling of like, wow, I get to raise this person and like help them experience the world. And they're helping me to experience it all over again. It's so magical. And it does make me sad that our media and our algorithms are serving us all this content to make us think that it's not worth doing because there's nothing in this world that I have felt personally was more worthy of
Totally.
my energy than raising these babies.
Yeah.
I know that's not true for everyone, but for me, it's been the most fulfilling, rewarding, the best thing I have ever done.
Yeah, I could
So,
not agree more. It's such, a privilege and such a beautiful thing to witness it. And I do think we need to like change the narrative on this because it's so freaking cool.
It's fucking awesome. It's
Yeah.
just yeah. But again, it is nuanced. Like we were saying previously, it is
It's
so
hard.
hard, but the reward is unlike anything,
Yeah,
when your
totally
kid
agree.
hugs your leg or when,
I know, it's
you
my
know,
favorite.
they give
I
you
always
those,
tell her, I'm like,
yeah.
that's my favorite. Or
Yeah.
I will say one more thing. Kaya now goes over to the baby and gives her little like hugs and kisses.
Everything. I know.
It blows my mind. Like, it's
Yeah.
so nice. She took a burp cloth the other day and tried to like wipe her because she sees that we do that.
Yeah.
I'm like,
Yep.
oh my gosh, what a magical tiny toddler.
It's incredible. Dylan the other day came and gave me a kiss goodbye, and then she walked away and she said, I want more kisses. And she came over and just gave me more kisses. It's just and you know what? You say it, and I'm sure like friends have said things like that to me before, and I'm like, oh, that's sweet. But when it is your own flesh and blood,
Yeah,
it is just something chemical. It's
totally.
so insane.